I'm just going to stop talking when I get to the part that gets cut off, so we can film that part later. Or never mind. Crap. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to talk about parametrics in terms of particle motion. The idea of particle motion is using formulas to describe the movement of a particle along a curve. And these are really popular for the calculator portion of AP questions. So there are 4 formulas or ideas you need to know. So the first one's velocity. So velocity is just a derivative of your position equation. So that's x prime of t and y prime of t. Speed is just the distance formula, so no integral. So just the square root of dx dt squared plus dy dt squared. Acceleration is the second derivative of position or the derivative of velocity. So that's x double prime of t, y double prime of t. And then you have distance, which we've talked about before, that's also known as arc length. So that's the integral from a to b of dx dt squared plus dy dt squared with the square root dt. So on the right here, I have an AP question written down. This was number 2 on 2016. The first one, if you're looking at the page, is asking for the position at time t equals 3. They've given you the x value at, or they've given you x of t at t equals 0, and they're asking you to find x of 3. So what you want to do is you want to add x of 0 plus the integral from 0 to 3 of x prime of t dt. So this will give you the position at time equals 3. So they gave you x of 0 equals 5, so you have 5 plus, on a calculator, this with the given equation on the paper, they'll give you this, and that'll give you 14.377 if you add that all together. Y of 3 is negative 1/2, and that was given in the graph. So the position for coordinates with these would be 14.377, comma, negative 0.5 at t equals 3. The second question's asking for the slope, and so if you look at the graph, you can find y prime of 3, which is 0.5, and x prime of 3, which was on a calculator given that equation above, is 9.956376, and if you divide these out and simplify it a bit, it would become 0.05, so that's your slope at t equals 3. Now you can look at speed. So speed is this equation, so that's your distance formula. They gave you x prime, they give you a formula to find x prime of 3, so you do x prime of 3 squared, and using the graph you can find y prime of 3 squared, and if you plug that into the speed formula you'll get 9.969. And for the last part, they're asking for the distance on 0 to 2, so you want to split, for here they split the integral into 2 parts. So you have the integral from 0 to 1 of the arc length, so that's the square root of x prime of t squared plus negative 2 squared, and they get this from the graph, plus the integral from 1 to 2 of the square root of x prime of t squared plus 0 squared, and the zeros from the graph. If you did all of the calculations for this, you get 4.350. Okay, I'm breathless now.